If you're watching this video, this message will be for you. You're probably thinking right now that you are a jack of all trades and a master at none. I don't know if that's the correct saying, but I feel like you're a jack of all trades and a master at none. And what I mean by this is whatever your craftsmanship is, skills, talent, you're really dampening that to the point where I feel like you are really suppressing your true potential. Okay, you don't even realize what your true potential is, and I'm here to remind you what it truly is. Okay, because if you try to cater to everyone, you cater to none, and that is not you. That is not you, babe. Okay, that is not you. And you are someone who likes to dibble and dabble. I don't know if that's even the same. Dibble and dabble, or like test out new things, try out new things. You are someone who's a go-getter. You're someone who is not afraid to go after what you want, what you desire, and also maybe even a little bit impulsive when it comes to your goals and your ambition. But I feel like also this could be one of your weaknesses when it comes to progressing in life and really putting your ego aside and really figuring out what you truly want in your life, for what you truly want in your life long term rather than short term. Because I feel like these little tests, or not tests, but like challenges or like new experiences that you have been putting yourself in is more so of like a temporary feeling that I feel like it's almost as if like you need this sort of like short high just so like you could not feel anything in the moment and not be in the moment, because it's just too much and it's too overwhelming, it's too exhausting. Okay, because I feel like every second of every day and every second of that every day feels like a minute, and every minute feels like an hour, and every hour feels like an entire day, and it's just too overwhelming and it's just too exhausting. It's almost as if like I could imagine your mind like scribbling. You know how like when you're a child and like we used to like scribble and scrabble and like just draw anything, that is like your mind like right now when it comes to your life. I don't know if you're like in school right now and like everything just seems so stupid. Like, what is even this? Like, what is, like, why are you doing it's almost as if like you are questioning things that has never been questioned before, and you're entering this new phase in your life where it's just, it doesn't make sense. But the more you try to understand it, the more I feel like depressing you're getting. Even though I just said depressing, I feel like the more you try to understand it, the more depressing it seems to get. Okay, and I feel like maybe people around you just may not understand your feelings, or just may not really get your vibe when it comes to you voicing your opinions, or like expressing yourself in a way where it's really, how to say, complex or just different. It's almost as if like you're going too much against the grain, and people are just looking at you sideways, or they're really wondering if you're okay or not. If you're okay or not. Where is this accent coming from? If you're okay or not. Am I okay or not? Oh my gosh. But it's like, no, that's not how it is. It's just that you are seeing things in a different light. You are seeing things entirely different. You are really just looking at the entire spectrum rather than just looking at a color. And while everyone else is just living their everyday life, and it seems so much easier to look at everyone on the outside of you and just imagine how great their life is, rather than thinking too deeply of how another person's life may be. And I feel like you just can't sit with your feelings right now, and it's really, you're just in a complicated space where it's hard to like comprehend what's going on. But I feel like this is just a temporary stage in your life where the more you continue to go through this and work through this challenge in your life, it's not a struggle, it's a challenge in your life, the more better and the more refined you will become. I just said the more refined and the more better you will become, and this is exactly, yes, okay? It's like you are headed towards your glow up. You're headed towards your glow up, and like everything around you and your feelings right now, your thoughts right now are really in a very, very vulnerable state, whereas like you're creating your own reality. Okay, so really, really pay attention to your thoughts, your emotions, because you're really, really creating your own reality, and you are just really, really good at manifesting things that you want. And right now, at this point, this stage in your life, it's you're really at your peak, okay, when it comes to that. And I don't know, it's just, I feel like this stage is more so about you learning more about yourself than anything else. Even though I feel like it may feel difficult right now. It may feel difficult to like be in your own skin. Like I said, I feel like you are dabbling into like multiple things, and I don't know whether or not if it's just you wanting to escape your responsibility or just be in another experience. Three of Pentacles and the Hangman. Okay, Three of Pentacles and an Hangman. Like I said, you are not meant to cater to everyone. You're not meant to cater and please everyone, because what happens when you do that? You overexhaust yourself. Is overexhaust even a word? You overwhelm yourself. You overexhaust yourself. You just become numb to things that you once cared about, and it starts to just become really pointless in your life. But you really want to sit more with yourself, even though it may feel difficult, even though it may feel very, very confusing at this time and not really beneficial. But I promise you, this is just a temporary stage, and I feel like you're someone who really are feeling feelings that I feel like you have never felt before, and it's very foreign to you at this moment. Like these feelings that I feel like have been coming up recently has not been something that has ever happened before, and it's something new for you to navigate through. But I feel like this is just a season for you to this is just another season for you to get through, and for you to get through successfully and come out better and finer than ever. Okay, I don't know, I couldn't think of like the right words. Better and finer forever than ever. Forever. Also, I'm feeling like there's like decisions that I feel like that needs to be made, but it's also this is what's really like compounding on top of like your feelings and your emotions. It's almost as if like you can't even like take any more weight that has been put on your shoulder. It's like one thing after the other, and I feel like this is the most stress time of your life that you have gone through. But I'm telling you right now, you really have to maintain grace within yourself and peace, because without it you will not remain sane. And you're someone who can really endure, okay, really endure anything that comes your way, because although this may feel like a confusing time, it may feel like just there's no point to it, and there's no point of really continuing doing what you're doing, whether that's with your skill or your talent or your craftsmanship, or even like I feel like you're someone who's studying something, you're studying something in school, or even just something that I feel like you've once had a passion for, and it's just something that, like, it's your feelings or your thoughts are shifting towards something that's different. Either that may just be something, either that may be just something to numb you temporarily, or something that you could feel. I don't know what that may be, but I feel like you are really seeking out these experiences just so you can escape your own self. But you can never escape your own self. Okay, you can never escape your own self, because everywhere you go, you will find yourself always. Okay, that may sound confusing, but you will always find yourself, always. And that may be with another person, that may be with a new experience, that may be with a new environment, that may be with anything in life. Okay, life is a full circle, and you will always receive your lesson when you're meant to receive it. Okay, when you're meant to receive it. And I feel like you have someone in your life who is really teaching you a lesson that you need to go through, that you need to pass through, in order for you to like truly go on to that next level in your life, or that next phase in your life, where it doesn't really bother you anymore, and it doesn't really have much of an effect on you. But until then, you have to really go through these rough trenches, or these rough neck of the woods, and really gets, I don't know, like spiked by the thorns every now and then, just so that you could bleed a little and keep pushing through, and know what it feels like to get stung and get hurt a little, and like feel a little bit of pain, but also to really know what it feels like, and know that you can continue to push through and move forward on your journey. No warrior can get stronger without getting a little bit hurt. A little bit hurt. Not saying that, it's good that you get hurt physically, but you get what I'm trying to say? Yeah, okay. But again, just be careful of your emotions and your thoughts. Emotions and your thoughts can really, really change the trajectory of your future, and you're really at the peak of your stage where it can happen. And also, these challenges that you have been facing it really is just a reflection of possibilities that can enter your life. Okay, you just have to see it for yourself, and by you seeing that for yourself, you have to like open your eyes. I know that sounds like stupid, but open your eyes, and more so of like really seeing the bigger picture. Okay, looking at the bigger picture rather than focusing on one side of the picture or one detail of the picture. It's really about looking at the bigger picture rather than focusing on that small area in the picture. It's like you become so obsessed with a certain emotion or certain thought that it starts to consume you, and it really affects your day, and sometimes even weeks, to the point where it compounds over time, and just creates this really overwhelming and stressful feeling that I feel like I have been getting from you. But I feel like this is something that you have to like listen to, and you have to go through in order for you to actually understand more of what you're going through. I don't know if that makes sense. I hope it does. But you will never gain more experience or level up or really go on into your next phase in life unless you go through the hard times in your life. And it doesn't have to be hard, because it really determines your own perspective. And like I said, really your thoughts are at a peak right now when it comes to manifesting, when it comes to creating your own reality. You are the co-creator of your own reality. We are all co-creators of our own reality. and you just have to really stay woken up and reminded of that. I feel like you need like little reminders of who you truly are, and I'm here to remind you. I'm here to remind you that you have the power. You have the power in your own hands, and your external reality does not. Okay? Everything that's happening around you does not, even though it may feel like your world is collapsing. Okay? And that doesn't mean you have to. That doesn't mean you have to. Okay? You really are the deciding factor of your future, and it really all depends on you and your outlook in life, but you just have to really maintain positivity and maintain your good energy within yourself, and not be bothered or affected on what's happening, and not be too focused on the little things that could affect your day in your weeks ahead. Okay, because I know you may be a little sensitive sometimes, but that's okay. That's okay. That is not a weakness. That can also be something that I feel like you can really improve on, and you could really learn more about. And life is all about learning. Life is all about progressing, and you will get through this, and you will thrive and come out better. You will rise above the flames. There. You will rise above the flames, and this is just temporary. And yeah, thank you for tuning in, and I